Hi, let's go over something here. I'll let you take a look at the whole map out here. These are big papers. Okay, I've got this going from Staples, this big, you know, this big notebook, but it's not very good. As you can see, I'm already tearing it up, and I've torn a lot of pages out of it and everything, and there's still a lot, but I don't recommend these BN fangs of this sort. And it's called sketch, but probably just get the regular sized sketchbook. And I've been making mistakes. I said microorganisms. I meant to say microcosm, which I overuse all those terms because I don't know what to call it. And I did say that I took care of all the little differences and everything that'll be the creatures that go into the thousand or whatever. I did say I took care of that, and I think that I did. Basically, I just had the matrix going on with FEMA, and that they'll be sleeping good, because they'll be so exhausted from the matrix stuff, but it'll be that they're doing it with ease, and it depends on who it is exactly, the level of intensity of it or whatever. So that the Matrix would go on for that. Then you go to 2066 with that new Australia Hawaii land, and then basically the ones that get nuked in after that 7.7, some of them will go into the thousand as well. That's where you get those that are like half Wikipedia, half Prolemur, half Dungeons and Dragons or something, because that Dungeons and Dragons is the time of Jeremiah 50 and 51. So, which is their time, that 7.7 would be that. And I know we had a few creatures that were like that we took all the way. We're like, they do this timeline, then they go here, then they go here, and those, like, they'll do that, but I think that the Matrix setup, like, maybe they'll do all that in the Matrix, like they have different games that they play, just as Neo does the jujitsu, he does the red dress, he does all those, and then he does the real Matrix, like fighting the agents and everything, and then he does even the one where the Smiths have taken over everything. So, which is that one? That's the real one. But so then, like, when they drop the world into Middle Earth, then I'm saying, like, that's like where you have like that WP um Legion type connect that's hunting and eating like eating the creatures and stuff. And then you have like the magpie, the kookaburra, the flashlight, and then the matrix that are without the holes, like they went through it unplugged or something. Like they went through FEMA unplugged. So then you have those, and like um so then, like, they'll be mixing and stuff with everything that drops into Middle Earth. Like everything drops, like, and it's all like mixtures and stuff from the planets that have come here. You remember there's the 102, there's the Avatar planet, like all the Star Wars stuff is going on with the 2066 timeline with all the sports going on. Like those are all representative for what that'll be like who they are in the Bible, like how I try to find myself in the Bible. That'll be like them taking on those characteristics of like those obscure basketball players and stuff that we went over in football and all. So and cricket, so I did say I took care of that, and I think that I did. I really do. I think that I did. But it may not even matter anyway. And I've also been misspelling stuff, and I probably have been doing the numbers wrong. So please forgive me. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. And if you see something and Don wants to be, you know, uh, Don wants to be unforgiving over it or something, then I don't know what to say. Like, if he's going to get me on one thing and carry that for years, like I know I can't do the laminates for total years. It'll be too many. So, all right. Let me get this here. Dustin Neil Diamond, right here. So it kind of equals 71. All these are kind of like GA. So that would be tomorrow or tonight at 4 a.m. 4:39 would be my locker as well. And maybe for the fours, the 39 is the 68. But anyway, so we have Bernie, Barack Hussein Obama would be Bin Laden is the interpretation there that he's like that they don't knee would be Dus. Okay. So just another way to look at it, but it could mean 472. So let's see. Caught ball through Nachos at MLB game that was in the news. So let's just go over this here. Heart of Houston Rice. That was on NPR. Then Tractor on Side of Road. Celebration Arms Up. Robert Shaw type guy. That was on the side of the road getting off the 215 onto Aliante. Kiofo, 25th Infantry Division. And Cap Helmet Army 101. Both driving a truck and a motorcycle side by side. And I don't think they knew each other. But that was kind of weird. That stood out. Same time, 25 human stem cells into over 115 monkeys by Professor Juan Carlos Izpusua Belmont of the Salk Institute in the U.S., who in 2017 helped make the first human-pig hybrid. I remember seeing that. Kids getting dropped over a border wall, some caught, some fall. So I thought that stood out as well. I'm the daughter of Bob Galarza, the legend of Tejano music. I am sad to inform you that my dad just passed away. Please keep us all in prayer. She wrote, Galarza. Kardashians talking of USO and UFO. Okay, so you get 22,400 satanic, 1,600 times 14, 1891 septenary, 61st triangular, 31 times 61 is 1891. Now, before 9:44 p.m. Pacific, Bod gave back. I gave a little extra, $4 to McDonald's guy who threw out Dr. Pepper that Bod touched. 15 April 2021. I thought. Okay. I thought that the Dr. Pepper was my Coke, so I took it and I said, "Is this me?" And he said, "No." And then someone else asked, and he said, "That's Dr. Pepper." So he gave me the Coke over the wall, and then I said, "Here's this Dr. Pepper. You gotta throw this out." So he's like, "I know, man," or whatever, and threw it out. So then I went back and gave him $4. And I kind of raised my voice a little bit to the people that were in there. Like I waited for a while, and then I'm like, hey, I gotta give y'all this money because I made y'all throw out a Dr. Pepper. And I'm like, is that the guy? And it looked like he had on a different shirt. Like he switched from a black shirt to a gray shirt. So I'm like, So then he's in the back, like he switched where he was working, and I'm like, hey man, is that the I'm like, are you the guy that that I made throw out that Dr. Pepper? And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And I said, no, I got you. So he didn't come up front, and then I gave the $4 to this little Hispanic girl that was working like up front, and I'm like, hey, give this to him, okay? And then I left. And I've got on my gray shirt, my Paul Walker, that I shouldn't be wearing in public. Really, it's pretty worn out. But so 5 times 661 equals 3305. Bod does full. Bod does full Chick-fil-A and full mounds with water flushes. And then I meant to put at, but I put AR, Lone Mountain and Office Depot. So that's 5 times 661 equals 3305. And I like to keep that between me and God, things that I'm doing that are a little bit weird or whatever, but I think have significance. But God puts in the laws for the priest. He's very, he's very blatant about it. He's like, no, the priests will sit there and wipe it with their finger, like to get, the sauce and all that. Like they will wipe it with their finger and smear it on, and like that would be the fat or whatever. And like he's like, you will be clean, like you will, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, you will put on the garments, like you will, like everyone in the camp will know you're the priest, and like you will be with Moses, like and they even had him speak for Moses, and even with the golden calf, it's like he was out there, like he was like boasting himself in front of everyone, like, hey, like I'm your priest, like we're gonna make this calf, and like I don't know. So what I'm saying is like it's very detailed that like you're supposed to acknowledge it. So and I hadn't done that. That was maybe a week ago. I don't know, but and then tonight just now. So A pawn your URC, peon URC, Lost Bros, Ian Murray McKellen, Asbury equals what's that? Oh, Z stars as Hindu Coup, as Lost Bros 7 stars. So I wrote this and then I did this. But I was gonna do this anyway. But then I was like, I better hurry up. I better hurry up here. So and I thought the guy had left, but it turns out he just changed his shirt. So or I don't even know if he changed his shirt. He might have had on the same shirt. I just thought it was different or something. I don't know. Okay, thanks.